G'day everyone, once again welcome to the Lost Yeti. Tonight, as you can clearly see, I'm in the Yeti man cave. So we're going to do a few things to the bike tonight. Had lots of little parcels arrive today, which was fantastic. One thing I didn't arrive in a parcel, I actually went and got, was a shorter USB lead. So it's USB to C. All the ones I had were way too long, just tangled up, just looked really untidy. And annoyed me when I was riding, as I looked down, all I'd see is this bloody cable everywhere. So I went and bought a shorter one of those. This one's 500 long. It's about right, I think. So it's brilliant. Also got a decent bash plate, so we'll put that on tonight as well. Different front guard. I like the look of this. This is, I guess, a motocross style front guard. That's what I call it. It's probably got another name anyway. And a set of bobbins for the rear swing arm. When you get these, they are M10 1.25 pitch. Don't get the wrong ones. If you get the Oxford ones, there's a number on here somewhere, if you bear with me for a second. OX787. Most motorbike shops around the world will have those or can get them. They're not difficult to obtain. I've also got some tank stickers, bit of grip on the tank. This paint on here marks quite easily, and it's really starting to show some signs of not wear and tear, but marks from my pants and things like that. So if you had a tank bag on there, I think it could really mark it up quite badly. So we'll biff that on tonight as well. Okay, so we're going to put the crash bobbins on now, just to make life a little bit easier when I do the tank decal. Then the bike's on a level playing field. So these are what we've got here. Got a little bit of Loctite and 8mm Allen key wrench, spanner, whatever you want to call it. You can call it what you like. We all know what they are. CFMOTO have done a great job. They have pre-drilled and threaded holes into the swing arm to do this. I don't know if there's any other adventure bikes that have this. Brilliant. Such a good idea. Such a good idea. Which means when you're in the shed, you can put it on the stand to do your chain. You got a solid working surface if you want to do some other bits and pieces. So we'll get started with that now. It's not rocket science. Really easy. I just like to put a little bit of Loctite on there. It might not need it, but you don't really want to lose one, eh? You'll never find it again. That means another trip to the bike shop. We all know what happens when we go there. You go in for one thing, you come out with a new bike. So there we go. It just goes in there like so. A little bit of trouble getting that started. There we go. Just make sure the thread's not coming through the other side, which it isn't. That would be embarrassing. Okay, so we're pretty much tight there now. We'll just nip that up. That's that. Just get a rag in a minute and just wipe any excess Loctite there is on there. Wipe that off. Pretty much you just repeat that on the other side. Like I said, it's not rocket science. So I'll go to the other side and come back and we'll do the tank grip. So put the bike on the stand. I'm quite lucky. I've got quite a number of these from my racing days. So I didn't have to go out and buy a new one of those. That made life a little easy. So there you go, we're on that side. Oh, missed that one. And we're on that one. Simply, there we go. Look at that. Nice, good, solid working platform. Boy, that makes your life easy. Okay, we'll get into putting the tank decals on now. We'll start by taking off the warning stickers. Then I'll use some Chemz label strip to get rid of any residue, and then I'll spray it down with some Chemz IPA, which will clean off any other bits and pieces that are on there so the labels can stick. I only want to put these on once and I only want to buy them once. So we'll start that now. Okay, so there you go. All the labels are off now. I've sprayed that with IPA as well. What I am going to do is remove the seat. I think that'll get in the way. So I'll take the seat off and we'll start stickering up. Tank decal / grip tread. I've been brushing up on my Chinese, and that there says 450 MT. Getting good. It's done. That actually wasn't too bad. I think that looks really good. It's not perfect. Well, it's not perfect for me, but yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're on to the Sump Guard now. Once again, no instructions, so we'll just have to wing this. So we will need a 13mm and a 5mm Allen wrench. There's a selection of apparatus, spacers, and some bolts there as well. They're all Allen key heads on them. So it'll do away with the Sump Guard and those little side panels. So we'll get into that now. Let's take some of these things off. Let's put the side stand up for a bit. So there's two Allen key bolts on these little plastic side covers. 1, 2. Oops. Let's put those aside. And it looks like there are 4 of these 13mm bolts. 1. That there. 2. It's a little bit hard. Maybe I've bent that already. It doesn't want to come out with the fingers. Oh well. We have the tools, we have the capability, we have the technology to build the world's first bionic man. Anyone else remember that show? Or am I showing my age now? Right, just slip around the other side and do the same. Steve Austin, man barely alive. Come on, you guys, you must all remember that. All my 8 followers. You must be about my age if you're following me. The old Lost Yeti. Okay, so that's the plastic cover off on this side. Nearly there. Another 2 bolts on this side. There's one down the bottom of the frame and one up the front here. Which I'm assuming you've got to take this off to do an oil change. Someone with skinny hands might be able to, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. So there we go. That's off now. Come back round to where all you guys are. Well, that was relatively easy. So we'll just scoot those over here. Those there. So you have 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, or 2 on either side, so 4 all up. And we've got these ones here, which is side cover. So there's 6 mounting points altogether. So we'll see if I can manage to work that out. 3 bolts each side, Allen key heads. It's fairly solid, I've got to say. It's yeah, it's all right, not bad. I'm impressed with those tank grips though. They actually look very cool. Well, I have to go for a ride tonight to see how good they are. Nah, we've got a lot to do still. Okay, so we'll go on to the front guard now. Hopefully that's a lot easier. Right, let's get into it. So now we're going to mount the, I call it a motocross front guard on there. So we'll take off the existing front mud guard, which is 4 5mm Allen bolts to each side, of course. In case you didn't already know, they're actually pretty loose. I think that's all here. There's nothing else seems to be attached to it, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, something stopping there. Ah, there we go. There's 2 more down here. So one on either side, which go into the bottom of those fork protectors. Oh, that one was a bit tighter. That's made the job a little better. There's the one on the other side. Yep. So there we go. And that just lifts out, look at that. Give those a little bit of a squeeze in. And out she pops. Well, that was easy. And pop that over here. I might put those bolts back in. Right, let's have a look at this bracket. Too easy. Well, that is too easy. So at the front, you've got a flat face. That flat face points to the front of the bike. And there are 2 pre-made holes already there for that. Aha, are they different? No. So, what's the story there? Interesting. So, the bolts that come with it have a little standoff which doesn't fit through the holes. So I'm going to grab a couple of the old bolts and use those, which look a little too small actually. And yes, they are. Well, that's a bit of a bugger. I might drill those out, I think. So the problem we have here is you have these bolts that have the little standoff or bush built into the bolt that do not fit through the pre-drilled hole in the mounting bracket. So I'm just going to drill those out, work out what size that is, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so we've drilled the bracket out. You need to do an 8mm hole in there and then you're fine. I've just put a little bit of anti-rust spray on there as well. So right, we'll get to mounting this bracket up. Then it's nearly tea time. All right, yep, there we are. 1. 2. Oh, where's that? Oh, there we are. Three. There's only 2 bolts holding this on. They can't be right. Shortchanged me a couple of bolts. Sneaky hers. Oh, I see, maybe used the old ones. That would make some sense. Let's grab those. So yes, use 2 of the old bolts that mounted up under there. Oh! Oh, get the right side, you numb nuts. No, that's not right. So they've shortchanged me a couple of bolts. That. Sneaky backers. Well, that's not cricket, is it? Oh, dear me. Right, I'm disappearing behind the bike so you can't see me. That should make things a lot more bearable for you. Probably should be using a socket for this, but you know, boys, you know what it's like. The old 10mm socket, man. They disappear like no one's business. I think that they all go to the Bermuda Triangle. That's my thoughts. Snip that around. There we are. Yeah, I think the Bermuda Triangle has got a massive stock of 10mm sockets. I'm actually pretty convinced of that. Yeah, we're not going to get away with it, folks. We need a socket. Probably. Let's get an extension, eh? Bear with me. Now we're cooking with gas, folks. Yeah, there we are. So the old girl's got a few goodies put on it now. We have the snipe, we've got the bobbins on. Very good, nice little platform, solid platform to work on. This makes things so much easier, eh? Now we've got a tough sump guard. I've also put the big foot on the side stand, which has been brilliant actually. It's been a lifesaver so far. Some of these gravel roads where you stop on. Oh dear. And we've got some guards on the front brake caliper and the reservoir. So here we get there. I've got crash bars coming, which seem to be taking for ages, which I ordered from the dealer. So that's all good. Yeah. So get there. Well, that's on. That's solid. Okay. Walk around here. So that's tonight's job's done. I'll leave links in the description of where I got them from. Took a while to get here, but however. So we've done the bobbins, we've done the tank protector, we've done the front guard and sump guard. I think it's made the overall look of the bike look quite a lot better. But anyway, you be the judge of that. All my 8 followers, thank you very much. Like and subscribe if you don't. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing? Like and subscribe. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out. I'd like to make this my full-time job, but I need considerably more followers than I have now. Anyway, so that's what I've done to my 450 MT. This weekend we're going to go out riding again. I've got a video to edit this week from the weekend just been, which was good fun actually. It was a great ride. I got lost. Anyway, that's why they call me the Lost Yeti, eh? So yeah, thanks everybody, and that's all from the Lost Yeti. Dream less, do more. You know how it goes, man. Life's short. Okay. I might actually cut around those first and place them on before I peel the steely bit off the back. The steely bit? The sticky bit off the back. I think that might be a good idea. Yep, I think I'm going to do that. Got some scissors over here somewhere, I think.